Hi everybody and welcome to Axion Token channel. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're pretty much going to deep dive, folks, into Axion. So we're going to have a good look at the overview of the ecosystem at the moment. And of course, we're going to look at the Accelerator, the Collider, the current pledge on at the moment for Legion. We're also going to check out, of course, the market price and, of course, the market burn and Bitcoin. So it's going to be a lot of fun, folks. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And of course, you can always hit the join button if you want to join as a member and support the channel. So get in there, folks. The other thing, of course, we're going to check out is a warp as well and check out how that's going, and also the Legion launch as well. So a couple things going on there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sounds like the audio is up and running. So also we've got a poll in there at the moment. It's a 2-question poll this time, so it's a little trickier than normal. The first question is, are you accumulating Axion at the moment? And of course, there are 3 answers to that. Yes, I'm buying, not buying at the moment, or might buy some. And of course, the fourth one is, are you accumulating? Are you participating in the Legion launch? So that should be there too. Can't actually see it on my screen, but I'm pretty sure that's in the poll there. That's number 2. That's the second question. So answer 4 for that. Cool. Hopefully that's working there. All right. So we've already got 1 vote in there, so it's looking pretty good. And we'll keep moving from there. So if you want to quickly have a look, let's get into it. So here we are on Axion. This is the Axion portal. This is the URL for this is stake.axion.network /accelerator. Now, you can find all the links in the video description. So definitely check that out. Have a look at that. So let's see how we're getting on at the moment. So the Accelerator basically has a big bonus in it, up to 15%. You basically get 1% bonus in Accelerator per year that you buy and stake. And that's the cool thing with Axion. You get to buy and stake in one go. So it makes it really, really easy. The total bonus starts off at 375 million Axion. There's currently 355 million Axion left at the moment. We've got 5% sold so far. That's kind of slightly below average there. Typically, we might get somewhere between, say, 78 and 95%, which is kind of where the top of the range there at the moment. So we've still got a long way to go, though, 12 hours and 42 minutes. So not even halfway yet. So we'll see how we get on by then. Basically, there you can earn up to 40%, 7% APR, and that is inclusive of wrapped Bitcoin dividends, which is pretty cool. But once again, that does depend on a number of factors, most notably the Accelerator selling out and things like that for the wrapped Bitcoin divs. But you do get that, and you get to withdraw that in real time once you've bought and staked Axion, you earn wrapped Bitcoins. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look at the bonuses. There's pretty much 4 bonuses. There's Accelerator bonus, 1% per year. And of course, there's the big payday bonuses. They're the next 4 years. I like to click the advanced tab here. You can see the big paydays up the top there. That's like a staker bonus. It's quite different from the Accelerator bonus. So you got the Accelerator bonus, you got the big payday bonus there. And of course, you also get a particle NFT or a Collider NFT, which is pretty much a bonus, a chance to get a bonus investment, which could be a massive return on investment for you. And then if you will talk about X returns, well, that could get you a pretty big X return straight off the bat. The maximum, of course, is 15 million you could earn up to for that, and you got a 4% chance of being successful if you use that in the Collider. Pretty much that. So that's number 3. Number 4, of course, is wrapped Bitcoin dividends. You earn that pretty much every day as people buy and stake an Accelerator. So pretty cool there. All right, so what happens when you buy and stake? You will get your investment. You'll have Axion set up, and of course, you'll have your wrapped Bitcoin divs. You'll also get your particle NFT. Those are the things that you'll have. Now, what happens to the money that you invest? Well, 55% goes and buys Axion on the market and burns that. So that actually helps the ecosystem longer term. 15% goes and buys, 30% goes and buys wrapped Bitcoin dividends, and that gets shared amongst all the Axion stakers as well in real time. So as people buy and invest, that all happens in real time. And then 15% goes to the team for marketing, staff costs, and other things like that. So sustainability, you could look at it that way. So pretty cool. On top of that, of course, is that people get access to launchpad projects, and that potentially could give you some pretty huge upside return and diversify your portfolio at the same time. So some pretty cool cheap entries there. Typically, like maybe get half price or maybe get an airdrop. Lots of stuff like that. You get lots of bonuses. They're very cool. It typically rewards Axion stakers, people that stake 1 year or 15 years, something like that, is typically what gets the bonus. So pretty cool. So all you have to do is, this is on the Polygon network, which is the second layer of Ethereum. All you have to do is select any of these tokens that you can use to invest. Matic, wrapped ETH, USDC, DAI, or wrapped Bitcoin, or Chainlink. You use any of those. And then, of course, you can put in the amount that you want to invest, and that will all show up over here on the right-hand side. And of course, this is what determines your benefits. The longer you stake, longer pays better. Longer you stake, the more you can, the benefits you get. I like to start off at the beginning. So the minimum staking period is 120 days. The minimum investment, by the way, is 50,000 Axion. Just remember that's a few dollars, so it's not too difficult. And of course, 120, you won't get any bonus in the accelerator with that, but you won't get any big payday either. You need to be staked for 350 days to start qualifying, but you will get a NFT, particle NFT, and you also earn wrap Bitcoin div. So, and obviously the Axion interest that you're going to get, which is 8% per year. Once you move up to there, you could move up to 349 days, and you still won't get any bonuses through the accelerator or the big paydays, but you do get the other bonuses. Once you hit the 350 day though, that's when you start getting the bonuses and it starts to ramp up. So you get a 1% bonus for 350 day or 1 year stake from there. And of course, you hit the first big payday, you can see it's ticked. So that's how that works. Once, of course, you keep going, let's say, was it 2 years? I think that's 730 days. That will end up getting you 2% bonus through accelerator. And then, of course, you'll end up getting the second big payday too. And that's pretty cool. So you can see how it just ramps up there. Obviously, you're going to get a particle NFT and also wrap Bitcoin dividends, which is pretty nice as well. So looking good there. All right, so that's the rewards you can get. Once you're happy with the period that you stake, you can use the slider, of course, stake all the way up. And if you stake for 15.2 years or 5,505 days, then you will get 15% bonus in Accelerator, and you'll hit all 4 big paydays because that's year 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, of course, you're going to get a lot of those bonuses. So once you get all the Axion bonuses, you then stake that. And what happens is you stake your Axion, you swap it over for shares in the system. And shares is a way of allocating the rewards in the reward pool. And you can see your shares here. So you'll have your principal amount, which will be 26 million Axion. You can see that that's how much you're investing in there with the accelerator bonus. And you're going to get 21 million basic shares from that. And then you're going to get a longer pays better because you're doing 15%. You're going to get 20% more per year. So you're going to get 64 million shares there. And of course, the total shares that you'll have is 85 million. Now, there's the share rate, of course. And basically what happens is it takes that principal, divides it by the share rate, and it gives you the basic shares. That's pretty much how that works, folks. And then, of course, you get 20% more shares per year. That's how that works. And your total shares are 85 million. Very, very cool. You got a start date and your end date. All you have to do is click stake, and away you go. You'll have to do a confirmation on Polygon through your MetaMask wallet. Super cheap, super fast, not like Ethereum. So you don't have high fees, $100, $150. It is a fraction of a penny. It will be cheap as chips. Very, very nice. Now, once you've done that, of course, your stake will show up on the staking page. Your particle NFT will show up on the NFT page. And then if you want to use your particle NFT, you can either just hold it there, sell it on OpenSea, so it is tradable on a secondary market, or you can just put it into the accelerator, put it in here, and you can actually influence the benefit that you could possibly win. You put it to the end there, and if you win, you got a 4% chance of winning. 1 in 25, you will get a massive ROI on your original investment straight off the bat. You don't have to wait for daily interest. You'll just get a huge return based on whatever the NFT that you've got. You could get 2x, a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, a 1x, or a 10x, which is quite rare. You could get any of those, and you have a 4% chance of being successful. So it's a really cool, fun part of investing with Axion, and could have some big upside for you. Currently about 16,000 has been given out, but we'll check that a bit later when we go through the Discord. It's going to be a bit of fun there. So looking good there. Let's check in the chat there. I think we've got some people in before we move on to the next section. We're just doing an overview, of course. We're going to swap down to the bottom here. We can see that so far 20 million Axion's been sold, $822, and so far almost 10.7 million Axion has been burned. That's $438, and Bitcoin paid out to stakers $239 so far. And of course, it's early days, only 5% sold so far, and we've still got 12 hours and 35 minutes to go until it recharges. So it's pretty cool. So that is the basics. What have people used to invest? You might be wondering, what are people using? Well, we've had 8 Matic so far, 507 USDC, and we've had a bit of Bitcoin there as well, 0.0064. So it's just warming up, folks. So we'll see how that goes for sure. All right, let's jump away from that, of course. Those are the 4 main pages. The Accelerator, where you buy and stake in one go, get all the bonuses. Number 2, that's when you have a chance of winning a bonus investment. The stake page, of course, will show up your portfolio value, the amount staked, the active interest, the liquid holdings, and the big paydays that you're expecting. You've got your shares on the right-hand side here, the total amount of shares that you have, and the percentage of shares you have. So very, very cool. And of course, if you want to make a new stake, you could buy even Axion on SushiSwap on the market and you could even stake some there. That's a way of doing it. You're going to get your wrapped Bitcoin dividends in real time, so it's going to show up here, and you can withdraw it at any time. So your Axion, you have to wait till the stake matures, but your wrapped Bitcoin, you can withdraw at any time. Now, the cool thing with Axion, of course, because you get the Axion at the end of the period, you can actually do a staking ladder. So you can go into the Accelerator multiple times and set up different periods of the staking ladder. You can also split stakes as well. Once they're existing, you can split them into two with a premium fee. There's a premium fee, about 10 Matic, I believe, to do that. Pretty cool. You can actually name your stakes as well. That's a premium feature. So you can name your stakes, maybe call it Christmas, maybe call it grandchildren, whatever you want, maybe travel, holiday, all sorts of things you can name it up for there. So pretty cool. Now with the wrapped Bitcoin dividends, you can withdraw those to your wallet and you can do what you want, or you can use them in Accelerator and just buy more Axion and just build up your portfolio position. So pretty nice. Your stakes will show at the bottom with all the details about your stakes. So they'll show there. Very nice. All right, so those are the four main ones, of course. We're going to go to Launchpad because the pledge is on. We've got launches at the moment. We've got the Legion launch at the moment, Legion launch. And, of course, that's an IDO. It's a 200,000 total value, and it's running for 4 days and 10 more hours and 80 minutes. So it's counting down until that closes off. So you can actually basically hit that. That will take you to the website, or you can just jump straight to the pledge page just below. And, of course, you can see that we've had other launches on here, but it's the Legion network that's currently operating at the moment. And, of course, you can see KYC is required for this launch, so you must complete that process before you can pledge. But you can see you can apply for KYC at the top there. So it's pretty easy. I think it's six steps to do that or something like that with one of our actual launch partners. So it's with the Securitas, which was actually the first launch partner for Axion. So you can actually jump through there. So looking pretty good at the moment. The IDO price is 7.5 cents, and that's half price because it's going to be a public launch price of 15 cents. The pledge currency is USDC on Polygon network. Very important that you got the network and the right token. And of course, the progress so far, $30,293 has gone through so far, and the target is, or the allocation is $200,000 US, so 15% sold so far. Now, each launch project is going to have different results depending on supply and demand. People have to do their own investment due diligence. So if you are going to pledge, make sure you do your own investment due diligence for sure. Now, I've done a video the other day where we covered the Legion. We went over all the stuff that we had seen. Obviously, we did as much as we could during that live show, but definitely always, every time that there's an investment opportunity, it can give you great potential. You always got to check that it's going to be, that you've done investment due diligence. You can actually fill it up. So we're going to look at the terms of that in a second. But first, before we do that, we're going to jump to the chat and say hello to everybody because everybody's jumping on now. We've got John Atkins in the house. Hey, morning, Superman, and everybody. Hey, John, good to see you. Axion Token member, representing, of course. Whoop, whoop, I like that. And we've got Prana in the house. Hey, Prana. Hey, yo. And good to see Prana. Prana set up own YouTube channel. So big shout out. We've got another YouTube promoter from the looks of it, looking at probably Axion, Warp, and other things like that. So great to see Prana in the house. Another one entering the space and promoting, so it looks pretty good. We've got Crypto Casinos in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, so Crypto Casino has revealed himself for the second time. This is truly, I'm going to pass out. I'm blacking out. I'm passing. It's truly a momentous occasion. Hey, CC.
Look at the size of the coffee, guys.
That's epic.
A bit delayed. Hang on.
So I'm always having you on. I'm always having you on about coffee in a good way, and of course now we can actually see it for real.
The size of that coffee, guys. Soup mug.
That's truly epic. Let me I'm gonna full screen that on my other. There we are. I can see that coffee pretty well. That's pretty awesome. Hey, welcome, CC. It's great to see you on the camera. You're doxed now, though. You're doxed.
I'm doxed now. Yeah.
So very, very cool. And so congratulations. Zuto's in the house. So, hey, we got CC on camera now. We've got Prana with a YouTube channel. We're really starting to grow here as we enter into the second month of, halfway through the second month of 2022. So it's looking pretty good. Zuto says, naming my state retirement fund. I like that, Zuto. I like that a lot. And Crypto Casino says, morning all, obviously in the chat there. I just realized. And Prana says, we can make it happen, says Prana. Big claps out for that huge, wide cup of coffee. I know that's just one coffee, by the way. Isn't that right, CC?
Yeah, another one after this one, guys.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, so very, very cool. So we're up to the Legion here as CC. You've just jumped on there. We've got $30,900. Hey, it actually went up while we were live streaming. It's just gone up there since I last talked about it. So just over 15% of 200,000. So that's tracking okay at this stage. And it's got 4 more days to go, also 4 more days. So pretty cool. And of course, if you want to allocate, you can just scroll the bar and stuff like that and enter here. It's pretty easy actually. KYC, then set the amount, and of course going to debit your account. That's how easy it is. You got your pledge set up, and of course once you're successful, there's a vesting, and your vesting will show up here on this page, and that will basically allocate it over a certain period of time. I don't recall what we actually covered originally. Well, that's the way it's going to go. We're going to jump over to that page. I think I've got the website up here. This is the Axion.network website, of course, and it's got all the launch details in it. But once again, before we get into that, if you are looking at Axion, just hit the Axion.network website. Make sure you check out, do your investment due diligence. Check out the Accelerator, the Collider, the Launchpad, which has all the launch new project opportunities, and the news updates is pretty cool. On the homepage, there is the calculator as well. You can check that out too. So very, very cool. If you have any questions, of course, 24/7 help through on Discord or Telegram. The moderators are the best of the best. So pretty nice. Now, Cece, you were going to say something there?
I was just going to congratulate Prana there. Nice long video. I must admit, I watched half of it, Prana.
Yeah, I didn't mean for it to for everybody to watch it the full length.
Yeah. No, really good, mate. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Prana, and welcome to the live show.
Yeah, thanks. Did you guys hear me what I just said? I don't know if you heard me when I said thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. But we're excited to see you set up your own YouTube channel and get up and get out there. And it was good to see the community come in pretty strong for your first video.
Yeah, well, the YouTube video contest that's happening on Warp Bond, since you guys were just the
we
only
might have to split it 3 ways now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the days are running out, and I wanted to.
It's closed now. It's closed now. By the way, it's closed now.
Oh, it is closed. Wow.
Yeah, it closed on the 10th, didn't it? The 10th. It's I'm pretty sure it's UTC time, so it's closed. You got to just nick a time there, Prana.
Yeah.
You'll be able to buy a few copies yourself now if it plays out that way. So pretty nice. Yeah, well, awesome. It was so good to see your video though, Prana, honestly. And man, you came out with a big video too, straight out of the gate. So a big shout out. So hey, we promised as content creators, we promised you guys that we're going to start stepping it up. And of course, we've got these beautiful collabs now. We've got CC is revealed to the world in full glory. And of course,
I'm Docs now.
Yeah. Nice one. All right, so let's move from the dramatics and move into the actual launch here. So we've got the Legend launch here. How to participate in the launch. We've got all those details here, and of course we've got the actual details here. I'm not going to read out too much of this. 2.5 cents is the price. Launch price is going to be 15 cents when it launches on March. So that's when it's going to be launched on PancakeSwap. Be able to trade it. So it's basically half price. It's got a TGE here, 4%, and then it's going to slowly be vested to you April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's how long it will take you to get all your tokens out. Helps to keep supply off the market. Very, very cool. Now to get apply this course, there's going to be 200,000 total. LGX tokens is the ticker, and that's 2.66 million tokens. What else we got? First come, first served. It's going to be on the pledge engine, which we've already looked at. In order to qualify for the allocation, you must have at least one active stake of 5 million Axion or more for at least 350 days. So that's what you qualify. If you haven't got Axion, folks, you're looking to buy and stake. Obviously, I've just gone through the accelerator. This is the place to go and pick yourself up 5 million. Get all the bonuses through there. It's the best way of doing it as well. So don't forget that. All the links in the video description. Please make sure you understand the terms of the launch before you apply. That's what we always say. Do your investment due diligence, folks. What we do on here is infotainment. We cover the topic, but once again, you need to do your own investment due diligence. On Wednesday, it's opened up pretty much. Axion portal. We've seen all that, so that's all live. So we're going to jump down from there. And of course, this is your max allocation. If you are already got Axion stakes, this is pretty cool. There's a basic allocation, $250. There's a max stakers allocation, $500. And of course, if you've got the OG Polygon or the OG 555 NFTs, in other words, they're sitting in your wallet, and you can actually buy some of them on OpenSea, I believe, at the moment. And of course, that will give you additional $500. So pretty much the maximum is the bottom here. $1,500 worth is the maximum you could actually buy. Now, I believe, I'm not sure whether John Atkins is going in. Let us know, John, if you're actually pledging. And I've got a poll up at the moment. I must bring that back up here. I got someone ringing the phone for some reason, but hey, we've got 6 votes so far in the poll question. This is the first time I've done a question with two answers in it. Are you accumulating Axion at the moment? Yes, buying. Yes, not buying. Might buy some. And then the second question is participating in Legion launch. I can't actually see the result because it's not showing me the result on my screen for some reason. But yeah, definitely in there.
Yeah, I was only able to select one option, so I wasn't able to do the second question.
Yeah, I was just trying to put both questions in there. If people weren't buying, they could just, I don't know. It was probably pretty poorly designed when I did it, so I might avoid that next time. It'd be really cool if they did give some flexibility around the polling, a bit more flexibility.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. So
guys, I just got to take a call.
Sure days. All right. You want me? Yep. Nice. All right. So let us go in there. Hey, Prana, you're on deck now. So enjoy. Very, very cool. All right. So this is basically the deals here. If you've got this, so if you haven't got, if you want to participate with $250, folks, 5 million Axion is what you need for stake for at least 50 days. And once again, the best way to get that is through the Accelerator. You can buy it on SushiSwap, but you get the bonuses in here by doing a 350-day stake, which would be, if we do that, let's say put 350 in there, 350 days, that's going to get you at least 1% bonus through the Accelerator above the market price. And of course, the first big payday, this gives it a little bit extra. And it just obviously depends on how much you're going to get there. I'm not sure what that's going to give you 22 million. So you actually don't even have to do that much. So even if you did 50 Matic, how much is that going to be? 5 million, maybe 100 Matic. So it's going to cost you 100 Matic, which is, it's okay, just over $200. Let's use USDC. It's probably a bit easier to do. And $200, that's going to get you pretty close. So maybe $210 to get 5 million. So to participate, you're going to have to do about $210, and that excludes the $250 that you're going to pledge, and so that'd be about $460. But of course, with staking Axion, that's like amazing. You're going to get the Axion, you're going to get the big payday bonus, you're going to get the particle NFT, which could get you a bonus. Here on my one, it's got $1,000 is the max I could possibly get, depending on what NFT they give me. And of course, wrap Bitcoin dividends on top of that. And then you go to pledge. So it's pretty cool like that. Very nice. So we'll jump past that. We're going to have a quick look at the Axion price. So that is pretty much overview of Axion. I think we've covered that pretty well. Anything you want to add to that, Prana?
Yeah, I wish for the minimum requirement of 5 million in one stake. I wish for people who don't have that in one stake, it could just be like the combined stakes for that one wallet. So a total of at least 5 million, not just all in one stake. I wish it were just, combined total for that one wallet instead.
Right. Yeah, that's for existing Axion holders, right? Yeah.
They
They could have split that off like that. They could have done that if they could just if they could just write code and read your stake basis, and they could do that. And if you're new, then they just pump you to go to do at least 5 million to join, to get access to these awesome opportunities in the launch pad. Now, folks, it's going to be like up to 24 launch pads is their goal per year, different launch projects. So they basically allow you to diversify your crypto portfolio as well as getting early access to a lot of the projects. Once again, you got to do your investment due diligence on each of them and make sure each of them stacks up to your aspirations for a project that you have any sort of criteria that you want to get in. It's definitely something to look at for sure. All right, let's jump over to the Axion price. Axion price is pretty attractive at the moment. It's still looking pretty strong. What do you reckon there, Prana?
I'm gonna I already bought some Axion at these price points, so I'm trying to wait for a price point where I didn't buy too much Axion. So I already covered these price points myself.
Oh, in your video today, yeah, okay.
No, I mean personally, and my own personal investments.
Oh, okay. Well, I think at quadruple 04 once, it's extremely attractive down here, this price at the moment. John Atkins says, sorry, Superman, working as well and missed your question. I'm taking part in Legion and get the full allocation due to Axion NFTs. Yeah, nice one there, John. So it looks like, you'll definitely probably be one of the bigger whales out of the Axionites by the time you get in there from the looks of it. So at the moment, John, where are we at to? Let's go back to the pledge down here. So this is where it is. We actually participate. We're at 30,900 so far. We're in the first day, aren't we, of this? So still in the first day, I believe. Is that right, Prana?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think we're still in the first day. It runs for 5 days, I think. Yeah, was it February the 10th? So what day is it? 11th? Yeah, so we're still in the first day, I think. Let me jumped around there. So we're in the first day. So yeah, it's so far we're at 15%. So John's definitely with $1,500 pledge. Definitely put him up in the top there. Very cool. So we've got the price here at quadruple 041 at the moment, and that's tracking all right. It's been a little bit of selling, but then the price of ETH dropped about $200, right? So we jumped to ETH at the moment. That dropped about 3%. So that's not too bad. So let me just do a bit of the price analysis here. We've got the current is 1800. So we're going to go back to 1800 here. I think we're about was 1800 here, about there. So 1800. So we were at quadruple 04, and we actually had a nice rally since yesterday. So we were actually up about 8.6%. So that was pretty good. But then ETH has had a pullback, and I think some of the people that were holding Axion, we had just one or two wallets is all you need, given the liquidity, and we're just only up about 0.5% at the moment. So we're still slightly up, is the way we look at that. But you can see the volumes are being pretty low, right? The volumes down here pretty low on the candle. I think I only saw one decent sell in the last 24 hours that I saw there. That was a wallet. I think they had actually been accumulating Axion probably quite a bit. They've been accumulating a lot over the last couple of weeks, and then I saw them just do a small sell. I mean, it wasn't a lot. So yeah, it's definitely opportunity there. Let's jump to the daily there on this price chart. Feel free to chime in on Prana or anything that you stands out to you. So we've got the price here, quadruple 041 at the moment. Looking pretty attractive. Now, I'm accumulating through here. So I've been accumulating up through here, and I know there's several other people accumulating. So definitely something that we're looking at. Here's the Bollinger Bands. We might as well look at the daily on the Bollinger Bands. So the top blue line of the Bollinger Bands represents the top 95% of prices, and the bottom one represents the bottom 5%. And then in the middle, you got the 50% of price range, right? And it's kind of quite narrow as well as another feature. And basically, we're just ridden over the top of the 50%. So it's looking a bit more positive there. And we're waiting to get a break out of the structure. Obviously, since we've been on Polygon, the structure is like this. And we are currently on day 114. Can you believe it, Brian? That's amazing. So we really are moving along there, 114 days. And so, yeah, we're trying to break out of that structure. And by doing that, we want to hit some targets. So we're going to talk about those targets for sure. So we're going to pull those targets up first. Let's scroll that up a bit too fast there. The mouse is so fluid on that one. Let me just pull that back. Just waiting to see whether CC jumps in there. That's all I was looking for. So this is the target that we're wanting to get to, quadruple 05. So that's where we're trying to head to. And that will be the beginning of us starting to break down the structure here in the price. And we'll start to get a foundation for getting an uptrend. So that's what we're trying to get here, folks. In the chart here, there's quite a few things that have happened that a lot of people are not aware of. On the 29th of October, we had our first big payday. 5 billion Axion was airdropped to stakers. We also had a lot of Bitcoin free claimers at the beginning of Axion that staked up to that period. And so the community had to absorb that selling. And so what happened is we all got a lot of people front running that and selling into the price, because we actually launched at a very attractive price, Prana, when we first got onto Polygon from Ethereum.
Yeah, it was around like 0003 or 4 or something like that.
Yeah, which was a pretty good price, because the all-time high price for Axion on Ethereum was 0.0076. So that was pretty attractive, and we actually hit 0.0054 on that day, which is like, what's that, 2/3 of the all-time high. So it was pretty attractive price on the first day. Once again, reading the structure, we had people front run big payday, and then of course we had big payday, and we had to absorb that. And the team was pretty smart. First of all, they moved us to Polygon, which was super fast and super cheap compared to Ethereum. And look at all the projects on Ethereum, even the big ones, all suffer when you unstake from Wise or from Hex. You're paying a couple $100, right? At least, right? unless you can find yourself the occasion where there's maybe 40, 50 grade, and that's a rare event. If you can catch that, typically on Sundays 1 to 3 a.m. UTC time, typically the best time to get low grade if you're going to do an unstake and stuff like that. But then, of course, for the metaverses, I mean, it's really hammered. The ETH price has really hammered them over there. So it was very good foresight from Axion moving over to Polygon. It's super fast, super cheap, and it's very rare that you have an issue on the network like with high congestion. I think the highest grade we've seen is 2,000, and that's just a rare event, right? So I think pretty good.
I wouldn't be able to buy more Axion because of my level of investment and how much the gas fees would have been if we were still stuck on Ethereum. So
yeah, because you've been spending a lot of the investment into the fees, right? So it just goes to miners. So anyway, so we had to absorb all that, and then we had to absorb this, and of course we had the Diamond NFT. We also, which absorbed a couple of billion Axion, so that restaked that. It was really cool. And that otherwise could have been sold on the market. I mean, we don't know, but most likely a certain amount of it would have been. And I think things have really slowed down with the sellers. Very rare that we've seen the top 50 wallet sell. Occasionally we get one or two around the 250 million mark or 200 million mark. And I've always called those out when we see them, but it's certainly getting rare. I think a lot of them are waiting for the price to turn, the structure to turn, and the price. And to get that, we're going to have to actually break this curvature. And so I think the first beginning of that is the quadruple 05 mark, and then once I think we'll break that once and for all. Once we get back to quadruple 08, we'll be have formed a foundation for an uptrend. So you can kind of see that there, that the structure will really look changed when by the time our price is up here, the downtrend has really been smashed, right? But we can do that much earlier. I think that once we get to this quadruple 05, I really think we've got the beginning of that because we've already got quadruple 05 hitting here, and therefore the curvature is not going down. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
the launch pads,
the curve's not going down that way. You know, it's gonna start spinning upwards. You know. What were you saying?
I said the launch pads might help us start moving in an upward direction if we get new investors that way through the 2 monthly launches going forward.
Yeah, I believe so. I think if we can get 2 a month, that's going to be really useful. I would like to see the team think about new products within the platform, but I definitely think that the projects, with the right projects, it can add a lot of value to the investors. Diversified portfolio, offer a lot of diversified upside, and so I think that's really a nice value add. We've got Axion interest, got Rapid Coin divs, got Particle NFT potentially. And of course, we've got all the launch partners that just add on top to the stake of value as an Axion holder. So I really like all those layers of value. But I also would like to see them think about innovating on the development side for new products, possibly on the lending side or something like that. Very, very cool. Now they are kind of doing that with projects like Warp as in the outer circle of the ecosystem, like a bigger ecosystem with a war chest in there. So it's kind of like that, but I would like to see some more direct products laid out onto Axion. You got any thoughts on that, Prana?
Well, you just mentioned lending, so I haven't actually thought on that aspect. So
we get a lot of projects that we're the community's investing in and putting money into. Well, if we had something like a lending or something in those sort of products things, we could end up getting into a lot more. People could put their capital into those opportunities. So there's probably a couple of things around that. Also NFTs, of course. I think we could keep expanding the NFT opportunities as well. So I think there's a few things that the team could do on that side. So we'll have to wait to see the connections between these projects like Warp and Axion and stuff. But definitely the war chest aspect seems to be in play. So I'd like to hear a lot more about that. All right, so cool. That is where we're at the moment. We're trying to target that. Let's have a look at the DMI scenario. This kind of gives us an idea of how we're actually going to get to that point. We're going to take away all the structure off there so that we can get rid of the noise. At the moment, we've got very good movement here on the buyers. So this is the buyers' momentum. Buyers' direction, I should say. So it's just like a ship. We're going to head our direction this way. So it looks like our buyer's ship is going up. So we're definitely getting more buying in there. We've got the sellers coming down, so they're going down, less selling. So the directions are heading in the right way. We definitely want them to cross over. We want the buyers to cross over the sellers. So we want the buyers to go up there, and our momentum is up pretty good too. But we want that to keep going up. So we want the buyers to go up. We want the momentum to go up, but we want the buying green line here to cross over the orange and the red, and we want the red to go down. So if we actually map that out, This is the scenario we're looking for. We've got the orange here going up, so I'm going to just address that there. So they've actually been going pretty good. If you see, I put that there a couple of days ago, and they've actually roughly been in the right direction, Prana? It's not too bad. Yeah. So this is kind of, if we update, this is kind of where we want it to go. And of course, we want it to hit, we want the orange. This is momentum. So if we've got a direction, we've got a ship direction, and the momentum is kind of the amount of wind in the sails. If we've got a tall ship, kind of the minimum wind in the sails, or if we're thinking about warp, it's the amount of, I guess, the amount of fuel that we're going to use to send ourselves to a planet is really going to give us that oomph. So we really want to get over the 25 mark to get that confirmation of an uptrend. And also the other side of this, of course, we want to get over 20. We're not too far away from over 20. That's kind of suggestive that we might be on the right path there. But so far, it's kind of looking good. If we can get this to play out, this would be very, very nice. And we just need to keep building the confidence as we are, and then building momentum. And then, of course, getting those green candles, and that a lot of new investors come in for sure. So we start breaking down this price structure. As I said, we start breaking down this price structure here with this curvature here, and start forming a new basis for an uptrend. Looks very, very good. Because once again, every project on the planet is just about supply and demand. You need more demand than supply. So you've got a couple of strategies. You can reduce the amount of supply on the market, and that's a lot of things that can do that, both organically and intentionally. And then, of course, you can also get new investors, existing investors buying more, new investors coming in, buying more, and so forth. So it's really getting that supply down. So we keep monitoring this. We monitored this all last year. Going to keep monitoring this year for sure. We've also got the RSI here, so we've got a lot of room to move up here. So if we took it from there, we've got plenty of room to move miles up here. So once we get some momentum on, that's what we're focused on in 2022, is hitting it up. Now, I definitely know Pullen is targeting the 1 cent mark. That's has been his goal for most of last year. So we're looking forward to that. You got anything to add to that one there, Prana?
Well, I don't really follow all these technical analysis signals,
Sure.
so I have a hard time following that kind of stuff.
That's all good. All right, so let's move on. We're going to have a look at, obviously, the markets have had a little pullback. Now, that's basically inflation, as confirmed that it's going higher. It doesn't seem to be transitory in the United States, so it's gone to hit 7.5% today. That's largely been driven by energy, and that's largely been driven by bad policy in the United States, and that's pretty much that. And of course, there has been a lot of other price rises as well in home and consumer goods, and a lot of other stuff. There's really inflation spreading into a lot of other parts of the commodities that we use to live every day. So that's what's caused that. And of course, the Federal Reserve is kind of stuck in the middle there, and is trying to play both worlds. First of all, it said that inflation was going to be transitory. Don't really need to do much. Now, of course, inflation is looking like it's solid and going up. And of course, they're now pretending that they're going to fight inflation. But of course, they have very few options to do that without tanking all the markets in the world, as well as the US economy. So they're kind of stuck in the middle there. So even if they did do a couple of rate rises, maybe 2 to 4 rate rises, the first one expected in March, they would only dent inflation. They would only be about 2% rises in total, and maybe at 50 basis points for each of them. And then, of course, you've got inflation at 7.5. So really, 7.5 minus 2%, it's 5.5. You've still got higher inflation. Of course, that looks like it's going higher. So they really are stuck there. But we'll be watching that with the markets over the 2022 for sure, because we really want them to keep printing money if we want nice high asset values. And of course, that's where we want to be, right? So we're a nice healthy market at the stage. So just a little pullback is pretty modest in crypto. Of course, 3%, 1%, not too bad. And it looks like Ethereum's actually starting to recover a little bit at the moment. So we'll see how that goes. I think the stock market itself probably gets a lot more severely hurt, and we'll see how robust the crypto market is comparably. Gold went down, so gold's not delivering at this stage. It's going to be interesting to see that play out. All right, let's jump away from the markets. Hope that was a quick update there. And, of course, let's jump to Warp. Woohoo! Man, I've got to duck all these stars there, Prana.
You got a lot to cover.
Yeah. So Warp's looking pretty good. We're going to get into that. I think Warp may have hit the bottom price. So let's jump out of this here. We're going to look at Warp price at the moment. I think it's actually looking like it's hit a bottom for the moment, at least. And because it hasn't really seemed to fall much from where it is. It seems to find a hell. Let's see where the price charts confirms that. Let's have a look. So this is the daily candles. Obviously, Warp hasn't been around for very long, folks. So that's why there's not many candles in there. We're up to day 15 on Warp, so just over 2 weeks. And it looks like we've settled down here, Pran. Look at that. Finally got a second day that's at the same level. So yesterday we finished at 354, and at the moment we're at 353. And that's the first time, because before that we were dropping here. We did have quite a few holding the price here for quite a while.
We can't see that screen that well because John's comment is blocking.
Oh yeah, let's move that comment for sure. Bam, let's move that away. All right, cool. Hey John, sorry about that. I have to get the comment going. And wait a minute, CC says, sorry guys, listening, dealing with the client. Hey, all good, Crypto CC. And hopefully we get a cut of the commission. Just kidding. All right, very cool. Francis says, no problem, CC. And hey, Dead Poet, woohoo! Hey, appreciate it. Hey, it's great to see Dead Poet back on deck. Obviously, Dead Poet's been pretty busy with other stuff, but it's great to see Dead Poet back. And I do appreciate the 20 SGD super sticker. Very, very cool. Hey, Dead Poet, if you want to come on to the live show sometime, let us know. We definitely want to get either you or pulling on the chat. That'd be super, super cool. And we've got Dead Poet in the house. Hey, guys, great to see you. Woohoo! And John X says, I was about to say, remove my comment, says John. Yeah, John's ahead of the curve there. And Fran says, hey, Dead Poet, nice one. And ha, says, yeah. Hey, Dead Poet, it was a pleasure to see you, man. It's so good to have you back. Yeah, we're big fans of Dead Poet, so very, very cool. All right, so yeah, here's the price. So like I said, I think we're getting another bottom here. You might have called this a bottom, I guess, but definitely feel like it's maybe it's had its second go, and we might actually get a move up, as maybe we're feeling there. Now, we don't have enough data for much TA stuff here on the daily basis. We've got the hourly here ticking away, and we do have a little bit of TA on the hourly there. And looks a look on the hourly basis, there was definitely selling coming in. See this Prana? And then the buyers were lower. So it's definitely the sellers were taking control, and we did see the price start moving in. But really, it's just one big sell, right? That one big sell. And I do believe that one big sell is this one big buy. I think we talked about that yesterday, right?
I don't know if it was yesterday, but a couple of days ago, maybe.
A couple of days ago, yeah. I thought these two were related anyway. But hey, look, the DMI is telling us that now it's a little bit uncertain about, they're about even at the moment. And of course, the momentum's starting to fall down. So it's kind of reducing that sell momentum. See the selling going down, so it's loosening out, and the momentum's falling too. And the RSI is just tapering off a bit. So
the warp price was launched at about $250 per warp. So, and we're close to that, launch price pretty much.
Yeah, $100 premium. But we actually worked out yesterday on the live show, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, that Warp was actually valued at $70 higher. So I think we valued at Warp at about $430 based on the treasury. But once again, there's no direct link. That's kind of indirectly linked. So cool. All right, so that's what that is at the moment. And of course, this website's pretty cool. All the links in the video description for Warp, of course, you want to check it out, is GameFi. So it's gamification mixed with decentralized finance. Hence the two words together, GameFi. And of course, that is one of the biggest use cases for crypto out there in the moment. So definitely is pretty cool. This is also an OHN or an OHM. In other words, it's based on a treasury. So people invest into the treasury, that builds up over time, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, generally speaking, as people invest and they participate in the investment. Basically, people after a yield, they go to planets. They have to get a ship. They go to planets. They try and get the highest yields. The first ones to get there get the highest yield. And pretty much you sit there and stake and invest on there, you get a yield. That's pretty much the end game. But you've got the whole gamification is about getting good parts, getting things cheaply, making high yield, and all that sort of stuff. So it's a lot of fun, really. I saw that Alex K was really enjoying it in the chat. I was hoping to get him on to talk about it. But this is basically the idea in one shot here, this visual here. You're just traveling from planet to planet, trying to get the highest APY. It's pretty cool. So I thought the summary is kind of good. I went through this in depth yesterday, so I'm not going to go in depth today. If you want to check out my full-on video yesterday, check that out. Spend fuel, sell NFTs to power up your ship. Travel to different solar systems as they are released. And then each planet represents a different staking pool with its own APY bonus. Spend extra fuel to be the first to arrive and earn the largest bonus before other captains come on their ship. So you're competing against other captains. We'll just jump to all the ships because this is kind of cool. We've got, you need 3 parts to make a ship of this here, and you also need a fuel cell. But we're going to jump down to the bottom here. The season 1 has 10 ships, so 10 archetypes as they call them. We've got the Shuttle, the Dragonfly, the Hercules, the Horizon, the Javelin, the Viper, the Star Hammer, the Omen, and the Vanguard and the Pearl. Now the Pearl is the rarest. I think it's 5%. I think is the rarity on that. Pretty cool. And a lot of these others are around about maybe 9 to 12% rarity. So definitely it's the most rare there. Very, very cool. I think Crypto Casino owns one of these, right? One of these Vanguards. That's pretty cool. John Atkins says, I was about to say, remove my content. Hey, Dead Pot. And what else we got? Dead Pot's Axion says, definitely. Hey, Prana CC. Yeah, very cool. So it's great to have Dead Pot back on the deck, there, Prana.
Yeah, I actually spoke with them when we were doing a social raid earlier today.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I did see that you were part of that. That was cool.
Yeah.
So social gorillas are doing really great. And, of course, there is an equivalent team on the Warp project, right? They also do that.
Yeah, it's so they're having a promotion to help, raise awareness for the projects.
Yeah.
And Warp Fund in particular is giving out like two $50 prizes each day from Sunday through Thursday around, that's like around 2 p.m. my time, so 2 p.m. New York City time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just join the Discord and look for the announcements and join the raid channel, the social raid channel.
Yeah, I like that because kind of pragmatic, gets people just immediately connected to the project. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, so we're just going around to different Twitter comments or YouTube comments and just hitting it up and liking them, making comments and trying to make it grab attention to that particular YouTuber or tweet.
Yeah, attracting attention that way. That's great. Dead Poet says, shout out to the social gorillas. So shout out. Whoop, whoop. We're shouting out there. And nice one. Hey, don't forget, we've got the poll on at the moment. We've got 7 votes at the moment. So are you accumulating Axion 8 at the moment? 1, yes. Number 2, not buying at the moment. Number 3, maybe. So we'll finish that at the end. I've got a second question on there, but I really don't think that you can answer both questions now that I look at it back on in retrospect. So I may have been a bit too excited about trying to be creative there. All right, so got to think about the answers when you're doing that. All right, so cool. Let's jump over to the actual Warp interface. So this is really cool. So if you're on the Warp website, you just click the Warp app there. That will open up the Warp here. You just have to connect with your wallet on the Polygon network. It's pretty neat. And, of course, this is where we are. So this is the main dashboard. This kind of gives you the summary overview of your position in the game. And, of course, and also the overview of the whole Warp economic environment. It's got the galactic feed giving you the latest news at the top here. It's got your position in the game, the amount of warp that you've got, the number of ships, etc. It's also got whether you've got ships in transit, which is pretty cool. And, of course, then it's also got the warp economic overview. So you've got your ship now, Prana, right? So
yeah, it's already landed on Proxima B.
Oh, wow. Awesome. That's so good. That's so good. So that's the way you roll. So has it been on there for
about a whole day right now?
Whole day. Oh, nice. So you've been paid a few times because every 8 hours you get paid, right?
Yeah, the rebase is every 8 hours, so I'm getting paid on Proxima B.
Yeah, nice. Some more. That's cool, man. That's very cool. All right, let's have a look at the prices. We've got a market price of $358. It looks like it possibly is a bottom, possibly. We've got the market cap at almost 1.4 million US dollars. Circulating supply $1,382. Total supply is 3,821. So it's a total supply of warp, by the way. And the total amount of warp burned, I should say, is 97.43%. Now, burn, this is quite unique to the warp OHM or OHM because typically I don't think a lot of them have burns on it. And, of course, there's 2 ways of burning. One, when people sell warp on SusiSwap at the market rate, they get a 5% sell fee. And, of course, also on staking, you can stake here and earn a good APY. But if you unstake before 3 hours, so if say you unstake now before the 3 hours that you, so let's say you stake, then 2 hours later you unstake, you'll get charged a 2% penalty on that. If you stake now and you unstake 4 hours from now, then you won't get any penalty because you've already done the 3 hour minimum staking period. So that's how that works. So there's 2 penalties there, one on selling on market SusiSwap and one on unstaking early. And that's pretty much how those burns get there, just for people wondering how. But that also is a deflationary aspect. Obviously, warp is inflating in the total supply, and so it's one way of just keeping the total supply down. So it's kind of cool like that. The treasury is at 1.6 million US dollars. This is the big deal. So an OHM fork, it basically has a big treasury. That is the heart. That is the engine or something like that of the project. And of course, you want that treasury to get bigger and bigger and bigger. It does give it an implied value for the project and hopefully influences the price over time. Once again, market prices can do whatever they want. It's based on supply and demand. Very, very cool. Now, the total lock value is 496,000. Now, that is basically lock value really reflects how much is staked. And it's not just staked on one planet, but staked on all the planets. So on Earth here, let's have a quick look at the numbers. We've got APY is 2,622% at the moment. The TVL, this is the amount staked, or total value locked, is 111,000. The index is basically every 8 hours you get paid your interest for staking. And of course, that is 0.01. So 8 hours is 0.01. So this is basically 27 times 8 hours has been paid out. So 27 periods of return. Pretty interesting. The rebase is next rebase is in 3 hours and 10 minutes. And so that would make the index jump to 1.28 when that ends. So you can stake now and you can get this reward, right, Prana?
Yeah. You're showing Earth right now.
Yeah, we're playing around with the Earth there. Look.
Yeah. So
I actually did this in real life. All the people would fly off the planet. Yeah. The Earth is spinning so fast that if the Earth just stopped spinning in real life, we'd all just fly off. instant. But hey, so ships docked or traveling at Earth at the moment is 464. Now, confirm to me if I'm right, Prana, but basically, does everybody just get a ship? Like, if you travel your ship from Earth to Proxima B, do you have any ships left on Earth? Can you still stake?
You still, if you had a stake on Earth, it would still be staked the whole time you're traveling. And once you land on the next planet or arrive at the next planet, you decide if you want to stake on the next planet.
Yeah, so once your ship arrives at Proxima B, can you still stake on Earth? Because so you still have a home base ship kind of thing is what you've got there. Yeah, okay, that's cool. So there's 464 ships here docked or traveling. And I would actually like to see that broken out, like between traveling and docked. I think that'd be quite neat. I don't know why, but I just do. Your total assets, of course, this is where you stake. So you got your liquid balance of warp. When you do stake your warp, you swap it over for a staking token, which has got the E on there. You stake that, and then your next reward is what you're going to get after 8 hours, every 8 hours. So the next one is paying in 3 hours. So if you stake now, you can get access to this warp period. The yield, of course, 0.3% is what you're going to get on your staked amount, which is pretty good, right? The return on investment is 4.63%. So the whole idea here is compounding. So when you get paid out this reward, that's going to add to your principal staked, and then you're going to get this amount there paid out again on top of that. But this ROI does fluctuate, so moves around depending on how much people are staked in there, and maybe they've got some other parameters around the resources of the planet. I'm not sure about that. All right, I think we got CC back. CC back. You jump back on there, CC. We've still got time. We've still got time, CC, for you to jump back on. Just let us know. Hop into the green room, and we'll give you access in here for sure. All right, so that's the Earth. Let's have a look at Proxima B. Jump on here. So the APY is 8,059%. TVL is 385,000. So that's way bigger than Earth, right? So there's 111,000 on Earth, 385 on there. I think we've got CC back. Welcome back, CC. And very cool. So TVL is 385. We've got the index at 1.07. That means there's been 7 times 8 hour payments. So 7 payments so far of the new planet. We've got 3 hours and 7 minutes until the next one, so that will end up being 1.08 and 1.09, etc. as each 8 hours goes through. Currently, there are 323 ships either docked or traveling to Proxima B, and you can obviously stake here just by clicking the stake or unstake button, etc. The next reward here is 0.4%, so that actually is better than Earth. Earth is 0.3, but the difference is not that great. I mean, it's certainly important. Every difference is always important. Because obviously you're making more compound on each other. The return on investment is 6.21%, but because look at the total value locked, 385,000 versus 111. That's really the trick there, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So where's your ships at the moment there, CC?
Proxima B.
Both of them?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So So every
I bought some more fuel ready for the next one as well, guys.
Oh, you did. Awesome. Let me get rid of the statement there. I'll get rid of the comment there. Cool. We can see your face there better. I'm not even sure what other formats we got with these. We got the formats. We got that one. Oh yeah, cool. All right, so we're going back to this one here, but that's nice. Oh, well, that's not what I want. I want that one there. Cool. Just playing around with formats. Never had so many people on the live stream, so good. Well, I did the other day, but other than that,
nice.
Cool. All right, so there we are. We've got that many ships, so pretty cool. So every bond period is 5 days, right? So every bond period, if you're going to bond and get buy a warp at a discount, and also get a bonus ship part, you do your bonding here. But that's every 5 days. It gets stripped to you for over 5 days when you do buy at a discount. So you can take that into account. And of course, so you get that 5 days. So every 10 days, we get a new planet. Is that correct, CC, Brana?
I think the next one was
either 10 days or 15 days.
Sorry about that. I opened it up to 2.
Sorry, go on, you go, Brana.
I can't tell if it's either 10 days or 15 days because the Git book still says 15 days, but I keep on hearing 10 days, so I don't know which one's correct.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 bond periods, which is to 10 days. Yeah, we saw that in the Git book yesterday. Maybe it's got two different periods on each one.
They probably upgraded or changed it to 10 days.
Yeah. They have changed a few things around, right? Brought some stuff forward and stuff like that.
Yeah, so the ship battles. Yeah, ship battles is one of them. And it's coming after Planet 3 is released. So
it's after Planet 3. Cool. Right.
Yeah, and that was originally scheduled for season 2.
Yeah, right. Okay, that's going to be exciting, though, right? Are they so with the battles? Are they bringing factions in as well?
That part I don't know.
Right. That's going to be interesting to see that gameplay. But anyway, so Proxima B, how many days is that? 3 days now. It's been around. So we've got 7 more days or something until.
I did pay it saying updated soon, 10 days now.
Okay. Updated soon, 10 days now. Right. Thanks, Deadpop. Appreciate that. There we are, folks, live from the Warp team in the chat. They were loving it. Let me put that away. We can see CC again. All right. So, that's the second planet. We've got a third planet opening up, folks. It's going to come. It must be about 6-7 days away, maybe, somewhere like that. It's my guess there. Cool. Now, let's jump over to. We're not going to go through everything on here, folks, today. If you want to see the Warp video I did yesterday, explained, we go through the bonds and the hanger, but we also go through OpenSea. You can buy on OpenSea as well as an alternative. So you've got your fuel CC, so you're ready to go to the next planet. You'll be one of the frontier there on the frontier ships.
I bought some cheap fuel the other day, actually. Yeah, I think it was $108, and I got 326 points on the fuel. Yeah.
Oh,
pretty
nice.
Pretty good, yeah.
So Dead Pilot says no faction battles yet. Now it's just peer to peer, I guess. Is that a person to person?
Player versus player.
Player versus player, yeah. Of course, player versus player. And the faction battle is season 2. Okay, cool. Thanks, Dead Pilot. So there we are, the latest and greatest, folks, for the Warp. Nice. If you're watching this after the live stream, that you'll appreciate those latest details there. All right, so that's what we're going now. I was going to go do something else here. I'm just trying to think what it was. That's right, we're going through the overview here. So we've gone through the lock value. That is the staking value. The index for Earth at the moment is 1.27 and 1.07 for Proxima B planet. There's a third planet opening up, I guess, within the next week. And we've got the backing per warp. Now, this is a pretty much a fundamental number for a ohm treasury. So we're going to do the math on that again because we've got the market price of warp at market price of warp at 358. So we're going to do some quick maths there. We're going to change the number and we're going to do it by total supply because I think that's probably a better number. All in favor? I'll get some boos. Boo! No, we vote you down. We vote you down. All right, seriously. All right. Treasury is 1626. So 1626. 933 divided by the total supply is 3822. So that gives a price of $425.67 per warp. So $425. So let's minus 358. That means that really one could argue the price should be $67 higher. All in favor of $67 higher, put your hand up. That's me. So really, this looks like a discount to the backing per warp, which is kind of the way it's implied to be. So that's some pretty interesting stuff. So 425, potentially there's some value to be accessed there. So if you're out there, Starship captains, it's not investment advice, but there we are. Get some warp today. All right, so Starships in the house. There's total is 787 Starships. We do know that season 1, the maximum is 10,000, right? So 10,000.
Yeah, 10,000 ships.
10,000. 10,000. Yeah. So the total parts remaining starts off at 30,000. It doesn't include fuel cells, which is infinite. And there's all kinds of different infinites, but infinite is 27,995 left. So out of the actual ship parts, that's the bridge. That's these three here. Out of these three here, there is 2,000 has been sold. 2005 have been sold. That doesn't include fuel cells, which are these ones here, which CC picked up some deals on those, Sam's, the other day. All right, so cool. And then, of course, we've got the APY. So that's pretty much a summary, folks, of what's happening there. Anything else to add on that one?
Just really on a quick one, just for instance, guys, yeah, having 2 warp at the moment, your initial investment is $717. Your reward daily is roughly about $10 a day. Now, bearing in mind, this is at like 8,000%, yeah? Mm-hmm. But every single day, that $10 is compounding, auto-compounding. And it's ridiculous amount of money if the APY roughly stays where it is at the moment, you know?
Yeah. So that's just on a flat basis without the compounding, that's 70 days. So you could probably that might drop to break even to pay off your capital costs. So to break even, that might get down to maybe with a compounding, maybe down to 60 days, 55, something like that, maybe 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's
the
good
thing. Even with the little guys that haven't got a ship, you know, on Earth at the moment, it's still 2,600% APY. You know, even without a ship, you know, just even for as little as a couple of $100, you know, they could just stake on Earth. Obviously, gamification of it is having a ship and battles and stuff. It's a good starting point, to be honest.
Have we heard? That's really good points. Have we actually heard what the rewards are for battling yet? I guess it's all new gamification, right?
Yeah, I thought they were going to consider DAI tokens as a reward, but then I also heard of warp, so I don't know which one is it.
Okay, there'll probably be a mixture of prizes, possibly, maybe. What you're insinuating. The other thing is, I know that big ships can't fight small ships unless small ships say, "Okay, I'm going to fight you," and that's based on your strength of your ship, right? Yeah. So when you bond a part, that's how much you bond to that part determines how strong it is. Interesting. John Atkins says, apart from random, when bonding is the only place you can buy fuel on OpenSea. That's my understanding. Yeah, that's right, on the parts store, and of course that's where you bought some, John, on the OpenSea.
We got another Dead Poet update.
Dead Poet update. We will be announcing it soon as of now, possibly DAI. Nice one. And we also got Dead Poet. We will avoid warp. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go for the DAI. And Dead Poet says, yes, John. Yes, yeah, that's right. So answering your question there, John, is Dead Poet. Nice. Bam. And of course, we'll get that way because we like to see a crypto casino in the house. These are special sound effects that are in the system, folks. I'm not making them with my mouse. There's no puppeteering going on. Exclusive to Axion Token channel. Woohoo! But apparently they're going to be copied over into a couple other channels. But anyway, very cool. All right, so jokes aside. All right, so we're going to do one thing I wanted to do. I think we've probably covered Warp at the moment. We've covered Legend. We've covered most of Axion, but I did want to get into the dashboard and check out the Axion ecosystem in a moment. So we've got 334.7 billion in total supply. We've got 80.9 billion in circulating supply, which has gone down, right? Because it was over 81 before. That's 24%. Total stake to 76%. That's 253.8 billion. and a staked amount, which is always outstanding to look at this percentage, 49%, 163.5 billion. Our burn at the moment is 36.8 billion. And of course, we're going to jump over there and see what we actually got over. I don't think I reported it yesterday, so it's really the last 2 days that I haven't covered. So we'll see. Hopefully, we've got today's burn in there too to make it worthwhile. 1 hour. We've got 2 burns here. So okay, so we've got 83.4 billion. So we'll just summarize that. We're going to do the burn, baby, burn. I don't think we've got Oblo in the house there. A burn, baby, burn. Unless Oblo is quiet today. What did I say? 80, 84, 83, 80, 83, 83. I think. What did I say? So 80. Actually higher than that, isn't it? 83, 15, 84.5. So 84.5. 84.5 billion million. Axion. Total burn. Capitalization. Total burn now is what did we say it was? We said it was 36.8. So 36.8 billion with a B. Nice. Billion Axion. We might put Axion there.
Only on a live stream, guys. I've got to take another call.
Yeah, sure thing.
Of all days. Yeah, it's one of our clients where they're on a job at the moment. Right, so I'm just going to have a quick from it again, guys.
Awesome. Okay. All right, so fire. Let's put the fire on there. I'm going to get some nice ones in here. There's some cool ones. Maybe we'll do the let's do the fire there. It's pretty cool. I like that one. So far, burning is keep going. I like the consistency. It just keeps burning. That's really cool. So it helps to support the Axion price going forward. So I'm liking that a lot. Now, we're actually going to go just briefly through the upcoming stuff. We're up to an hour and 10 minutes, so we've got a little bit longer to go. So we'll just get up to the top here. I'm just going to scroll up to the top 12 here. These are the 12 items in the near term that Axion's working on. So I just wanted to go through this briefly. Just to show you the stuff that's been progressing already. So this was back on the 4th of February. So this is 7 days ago. Or what's it? 4th of February. Yeah, 7 days ago. And of course, we've had the latest launch one that's launched, the Legion project there. KYC updates happened. We've got that on the platform, so that's happened too. NFT stake minting, we're waiting for that to come up. So that's still on the plate. And we've been looking forward to that for some time. It's going to be really cool with the Galaxy stakes. So waiting for that. And potentially it's going to be interesting to see around the tokenomics around them actually allowing a tradable NFT, because that's kind of a secondary market. So it'd be interesting. I'd like to see some tokenomics on that, really. Website refresh. We're looking forward to that. And we've seen sneak previews. And, of course, that looks tremendous. I mean, we've got the sneak preview there. It looks so good, this website refresh. This is like, oh, so beautiful. Really is looking so good. So I'm super stoked about that. What do you think, Prana?
Yeah, I love anything in dark mode. So
yeah, it just looks so good though, doesn't it? I mean, it just looks so good. And I like the way that they've structured that as well. It's also got more information. Both you and I both want more information around about the APR, the annual percentage returns. We want to break that down a bit more. So I think that's heading in the right direction. Very, very cool. YouTube video series is coming up with Pullin. There's going to be 9 videos, we understand. 9 tutorials. This is going to help onboarding people into the Axion ecosystem, which I really love. I think it's a big part of that. You've always got to attract new people. That's every project on the planet has to do that. So really cool. New marketing's being planned, and I'm really looking forward to that. And particularly around the sales channel, I'd like to enhance the sales channel conversions. It's a big deal. And possibly even some modest forms of referral could be considered in that as well. Or partnership programs is another way of looking at that. I know that Dead Poet's probably working on areas of that. Axion launch, of course, focus is going to be they're talking about potentially up to 24 projects, which could offer a lot of diversification, a lot of value add. But once again, I'd also like to see potentially some new products within the Axion ecosystem as well, since people are raising capital. So it's definitely, if there's an economic argument for it, I think we should definitely look at that. Community vote, of course, is coming back into play. We're expecting that to come up soon. And tokenomic changes, votes, we're expecting that to still come up. And that would potentially change the accelerator from 55 to 70% for the Axion buy and burn, and reduce the Bitcoin dibs, at least for a period of time, from 30% to 15%. Not sure about the time frame of that, whether it's just going to be a 2-week type of time frame or a more permanent solution. The other side, of course, is the sell tax and burn fee. Is also being considered with a 2% for stakers, return to stakers on a sell, and 2% to a buy and burn. So it's a total of 4% that's going to go to community vote. So those are all going to community vote. Centralized exchange listing, this is something we've been really looking forward to. A lot of people. So potentially the benefits are that it potentially brings on new investors into the scene. Also offers a fiat gateway as well. Typically people go from Polygon onto crypto.com or onto, I think, Qcoin as well. I think does that. I think possibly Binance, possibly. Is that right, Prana?
Yeah, those are the popular ones.
But once again, I think the most probably crypto.com is the most the obvious and easiest one to probably get on, and of course it's a super popular one. Fiat on-ramp, of course, and of course they're Polygon compatible, right? So Fiat on-ramp, still talking to that. This is going to be exciting too. So this is a big deal. Fiat on-ramp is a big deal. Lots of projects trying to get Fiat on-ramps done properly, and of course that's a whole ton of a very simple way of people onboarding straight onto the platform, not having to go onto centralized exchanges, bridging over and all sorts of stuff like that. So Fiat on-ramp would be really, really, really great. And of course, there's lots more in the mix. The other thing, of course, is potentially there's a team restructure as well. So obviously, as the project moves through, you're going to get restructures to make sure it fits with the project, getting it to where it needs to go. So it looks like there's going to be one of those on the roadmap as well. Anything else you heard about there, Prana, that haven't talked about in that official list?
No, when you said the restructuring, I think even Joel was talking about that, how like the V3 contracts were already finished and the devs didn't really have that much work to do. So
it just shifts around with the priorities, right? There's a big focus on marketing and sales and promotions, so it's probably going to be a positive thing.
Yeah.
We've got a couple comments in here. Let me just jump in here. We got John Atkins says, I've never bought fuel yet. I got some from Axion or from bonding. Right, yeah. So Crypto Casino definitely bought some there, John. Kenny Lies in the house. Hey, Kenny, good to see you. Not been here for a while. Yeah, definitely. It's good to see you in the chat there. Axion token price is depressing and the channel's focused now on Warp. Well, actually, the first half of the show, you must have just jumped on, but the first half of the show is on Axion there, Kenny. We're just covering Warp on the back, the second half of the show. So definitely check that out. We just went through the type 12 items coming up, Kenny. So lots of positive things happening in Axion, and the price is actually doing better. So we've seen a nice little recovery in the price. We've talked about that earlier as well. So definitely check that out, Kenny. We'll have timestamps hopefully on this video. I'm trying to do it as much as possible on the Axion videos. Deadpot says, this is amazing, guys. I will have to leave, but I'd love to join your live stream soon. Hey, great stuff, Deadpot. Very, very cool. And thanks for the super sticker. Definitely thanks for dropping by with all the latest info. And it's most of all, it's great to see you on deck and in the chat. It's very, very cool. Big shout out to Deadpot from the marketing team of Axion. John Axion, thank you, Superman and DP. You're welcome there on the question. Take care, Deadpot, says CC. And hey, thanks for stopping by, Deadpot, and for the Warp updates. CC says, great to be on again. Take care, guys. Take care for now. Hey, all the best, CC. Seal a few deals for us with some of the clients as well. Take care. Nice. All right. So looking good there, folks. Now, I think this is what you're talking about, was it? This one here with the social gorillas. So they're promoting Axion, folks. And what was happening with them? They were holding Twitter raids. Yeah. So social gorillas is about 30 of you, right? Up to 30. And of course, doing Twitter raids.
Yeah, you don't have to actually be part of the gorillas to participate in these raids. Anybody could join in.
Yeah, so just take that. If you're watching this, folks, at the moment or after the live stream, then you can join in the social gorillas. Don't have to be one of the official team members, as it were. Now, they are moving to a little bit of an incentive program for the gorillas as well as part of the promotional side of Axion. Is that right?
Yeah, Axion is also doing what I mentioned earlier. But the promotion is not as well as Warp bonds, but it's still pretty decent prices as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they must have also learned a few tricks through the Warp launch, because obviously they got the Discord up to pretty big numbers there, and so they probably learned a few tricks there as well, right?
Probably.
Right, so we've got the Legion launch there, and what else we got? We got the Legion. So the Legion is the latest Warp partner to launch on Axion's launch, and that's all the other updates there. So we've pretty much done a lot of those. We've got the social outreach. We've got the Gorilla tweets down here. We've got lots of them. So, and we've also got the Twitter raids and the social raids. I love seeing this. I think it's a huge part of Axion's future, and big shout out to all of you out there that are doing this. Participating definitely is very cool. Obviously, on top of that, of course, we have the content creators. That's like CC, myself, and Prana maybe coming into the fold there with the latest Prana's launch of your channel, which is very exciting to see.
Yeah, maybe I'll make another video about the ship parts on OpenSea specifically for that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, just build that content up. That'd be so good. And yeah, very nice. The other thing, of course, is I was just looking at the marketing tweets here, Axion Twitter. So this is the Axion Twitter tweets here. We've got quite a few in there. I won't jump through all those. I'm just going to jump to the end. Obviously missed a few days on there, but let's jump over the top here today. So this is the ones today. So this is the first tweet today. That's right, the top of the top. Don't miss out on Axion. I love that. So that's pretty cool. So we must have ranked. Axion ranked number 1. All right, on total potential Polygon project market cap under 30 mil. We ranked number 1 on that. That's cool. Polydodge is underneath there. So that's interesting because Polydodge is one of the partners of Warp, right? So that's cool. Galaxy Flight Club. I think that's one partner too, right? Galaxy Flight Club.
No, I don't think that one is, no.
Oh, that's not one? Okay, it's just the Polydodge there. That's pretty cool. So we're the top of that, of the, I guess, the under 30 markets. Valentine's Day is almost here. How will you show some love? Stake Axion and Bitcoin. Very cool. Nice little picture there. Stake Axion. I love it. That's really cool. Don't know where they found that one, but that's pretty nice. And then, of course, our new IDO alert, our new Axion launch partner, Legion Network, is the first blockchain ecosystem that combines all the best services in the crypto NFT metaverse industries into one super app, which is launching soon. You can definitely check it out. We covered that in yesterday's live show. I think it was yesterday's live show or the day before. You can check out Legion launch. We covered that in full if you want to see all the details on that. Very, very nice. Well, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up there, Prana. I think we've covered everything we wanted to do. Let's jump back to the Axion Accelerator and see how that's going at the moment. And we'll refresh that. So still at 95%. Still plenty of bonus there, folks, if you want to buy and stake and get into Axion. And, of course, we have a launch at the moment on the Legion launch if you do want to participate there. I always say do your investment due diligence, though. And if you are happy with that, you can then pledge on this page here. You have to do KYC for it, though, once again. But if you just want to buy and stake an Axion, earn wrap Bitcoin dividends, get a particle NFT, and possibly get a bonus investment there. Also earn wrap Bitcoin dividends. This is the place to be for sure. And you can check everything out on Axion.network. Nice. Good place to finish. All right, let's wrap up. I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. We're going to finish the poll because the poll is up there. So we're going to see what results we got from that. Let's do that first before we wrap up. So, bam. And thanks for watching on there. But we're going to put the poll in. Let's do the poll. I'm going to end that now. And bam. Let's see what our final results are. Very, very cool. All right, so it's coming up here. Let's see how we're going. It popped up there, not quite popped up. I think it's there it is. So 2-poll question, even though I'm not going to do this again because it was not quite well designed enough. Are you accumulating Axion at the moment? And we got not buying Axion at the moment, 50%. Buying Axion is 25% and might buy some 12%. So that's 37% that might or will be buying. And then, of course, we've got all you participating in the Legion launch. We've got 12% for that. So big shout out. That's 8 votes. So pretty much pretty even there. So nice. Prana says, thanks, John, and everyone. Absolutely, for sure. Let's post some emojis. If you're a Axion Token channel member, smash those emojis in there. Let's get them out there. And I've got the Bitcoin one and the power one there. So smash that. Nice. All right. Awesome stuff. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. John says, thank you, Superman, Prana CC. And thanks for watching, says Prana as well. Very, very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Catch us in the next one. We're having a lot of fun covering Axion, Warp, and, of course, Legion and many other things. It's going to be a really fun and exciting 2022. Lots of value add coming down the line. All right. Take care now. Bye for now.
All right, take care.